Hey, what's up everybody? Jerome here from the Bonsai Supply. And if this is your first time coming across this channel, welcome. I am very happy that you have found us. And if you like bonsai content, I hope that you consider subscribing to this channel. Now, of course, if you're a subscriber already, welcome back and thank you so much for your continued support. So first of all, Happy New Year and welcome to the very first YouTube video of 2023. So of course, I had to make sure that the first video has to be special. So today's video is going to be a new technique on how to bend your trunks. So I came across this video on YouTube where a guy was cutting wedges out of the trunk and then bent it and gave the trunk shape like that. So I've never seen this done before, and I have never seen any updates on this either. So this is fairly new to me, this technique. I am familiar with a similar technique that is used in the tropical world, especially on ficuses a lot, where we use that technique on branches. So if a branch is very straight, we cut out a wedge and then we bend that branch to give it more shape. And that works really, really well. However, that's one wedge on one branch. But what I saw was that this person cut out multiple sections of the trunk and then lined it all up and stacked the trunk like that, and then gave the trunk movement. And that got me thinking. I was like, well, instead of speculating, what if we try this? So here it is. This is a dwarf Alberta spruce. And so we're gonna try this with this tree today. And so my theory on this is that you have to use soft wood trees. I don't think it's gonna work on hardwood, such as on deciduous trees. I don't think it's gonna work there. But I think it's gonna work on most conifers. And on ficuses, it would also work, I would think. I don't think it's gonna work on jades because they don't really fuse, so that would not work. So you do wanna have a species that very easily fuses back together. And so what we're gonna do here today, I have an end result in mind. So, which is this beautiful mountain hemlock that comes out of a rock, kind of like sideways and then grows up. And that looks really beautiful. And so I thought, well, what if we take this dwarf Alberta spruce and try to recreate something like that with this new wedge technique. So once I make the wedges by using a saw, I'm gonna make sure that the cuts really line up and that they are firm and flush. And then I'm gonna use this grafting tape to wrap around that wound, and then I'm gonna cover it up with electrical tape. Because I do know that grafts only work, and this is sort of like a graft, I guess, or trunk fusion or whatever you want to call it. I know that it will only work if the section that I make cuts on will actually stay moist. If it dries out, the fusion will not work. So this is a completely trial and error project. So we're going to try it and I'm going to share the updates with you and see how it goes. So the first step is going to be to take this tree out of the pot. And these trees usually have a lot of just dirt, and the roots are probably somewhere down here. So I'm going to rake away the soil, try not to disturb the root ball, and then I'm going to reposition the tree. And then I think we're going to start to remove some branches and get to cutting and see what comes out of this. So let's get to work. So obviously the picture that I showed you at the beginning of what I had in mind for this tree didn't quite work out. Now obviously the tree that I showed you that came out of the side of the rock is incredible, and that tree was probably collected like that. It was not turned into that, or it was not grown to look like that. It was collected and then placed at the angle and then styled. That's what I probably imagine could have happened with that tree. So obviously I had that in mind when I looked at this tree, and then quickly I had to change the way that I place it in the pot and also the style that I was going for. So now I'm going for more of a windswept design, which I think looks really cool. So this is obviously the final result. I'm not gonna place these branches just yet because I want to make sure that the tree survives first before I go ahead and spend more time in actually wiring out the branches. So all in all, I think it would be a really cool way to style a raw material if this technique works, because you can just take young materials like this one, which was about $30 from the big box store. I bought it on sale last year after Christmas, and then just had it in my backyard all this time. And now I thought I would turn it into something a little more unusual and different. So let's see how this goes. I will definitely share updates with you, but please let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is gonna work out, or do you think it's not gonna work out? Either way, I think the tree is gonna survive, but I don't know how nicely it's gonna heal over. So either way, I'm gonna show you the update and keep you posted. So please let me know what you guys think of this technique down in the comment section. If you have any questions, please comment them below as well. And make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will catch you guys next time.